What up, YouTubers? Lindsay here. Welcome to episode 7 of Living Well. Thank you for tuning in today. Today we have the Lauren Takeover episode. Lauren Alaina, one of my dear friends from Nashville, will be on the show today. Basically, you get to see us catch up on FaceTime with each other. It's like we're having our weekly call. And Lauren Toyota, Hot For Food's Lauren Toyota, will be on the show as well, talking about what we just cooked in my kitchen. I was on her Hot For Food Takeover right before we shot this episode of Living Well. So we'll talk about what we cooked in my kitchen, as well as how she started Hot For Food. A lot of you YouTubers know Lauren really well. She comes up with incredible recipes every week and posts videos on her cooking them in her kitchen, how to make them. She's just such an incredible vegan chef and just all around person. So welcome to the Lauren Takeover. Make sure to like this video and subscribe to my channel and enjoy, guys. Hi guys. You think that by episode 7 I would have gotten a better sign, but no. I mean, sometimes you shouldn't change a good thing. However, we have some updates with the format of the show. The show's not going anywhere, but we do have some updates with which we'll get to later, of how it's going to change. All for the better, really. All for the better. But hi guys, how are you? Welcome to week, I don't even know at this point, a lot of quarantine. It is day 68, I think, 69. I don't know. It's gotten so many days that I have lost count. But I'm very excited about our guests. Very excited about our guests tonight. Both of them are dear friends. It's like a Lauren party. It's how can it get any better? My favorite Laurens ever. So yeah, I'm very excited. How are all of your quarantines going? I of course have sweatpants on, the only mandatory thing about this show. What up, Misty? You're in here. You've seen every live I've done today. I'm very, very grateful and impressed. Very impressed. We'll wait for Lauren to get on here. But yeah, quarantine's been going well. I've been listening to the mixes of LE2 and I'm so pumped about it. It's kind of like that feeling of when you know what you wanted and you know what you asked for on your Christmas list, but you don't for sure know what's gonna happen Christmas morning. That's what it is. Lauren says she's here. So yeah, I've been listening to new mixes and I'm very excited. I feel like it's like the anticipation for Christmas morning. Okay, let's bring her on here. Oh man, Instagram, why do you always do this to us? This is why we are changing the format of the show, but I have faith. Sometimes you just need to do it a bunch. It says Lauren unable to join. Waiting. Oh, it's connecting. Perfect. There you are. Hi, you look so cute. Oh my gosh, you look amazing.
I like your backdrop.
Thanks.
I've been here. I like the little intro.
I know. It's so cheesy. How are
I
you?
love it so much.
So much.
Hi, I'm Missy. Lindsay.
This is pretty much like we're just going to be catching up and everybody can watch us. It's like
I
we're
know.
having fun.
We are like really good friends, you guys. Like
We're
really good
really
friends.
good friends. Like actually really,
We're like when we're sad, we sit on the couch and eat ice cream and cry together,
Yeah.
friends.
like that kind of friend. Yeah, exactly. Okay, so
Pretty.
how are you? How's
I'm good.
quarantine?
I'm good. My foot is finally getting better. I'm starting to work out again, which is helping.
Oh,
I
goodness.
still can't like do anything other than things on the ground. Like I'm doing lots of leg lifts with my leg.
Okay, so tell everybody how this happened. You broke some toes.
I did. I was taking the trash out. Let me grab the shoes.
You, like, sometimes when you break a bone, you want it to be this insane story. Like,
It's a horrible story. I was wearing these slides. See, they're like rubber slides. They say K-bye. They say K-bye because there's K-bye to my toes.
K-bye. It's like bye toe.
But it had been raining, and I took the trash out, and my feet got wet. And when I came back in on the hardwood, I fell, and my foot went under the couch and hit the leg of the couch. My toe just like smashed into it, and I broke 2 toes. But I broke like the bone that connects my toe to my foot. Don't look at my fingernails. I'm gonna keep my hands down from now on.
Girl, you can look at my fingernails. You want to see how bad they are?
Mine are worse because they're like kind of painted. Ah!
I know. I tried to paint them myself, which is very hard, and then they were rubbing up. Yeah, it's bad.
It's bad. It's all bad.
Okay, but your toes. So you broke the bone that connects the rest of your toe.
I don't have a pedicure, but I can show you.
Oh, you're fine. I don't have a pedicure either. Oh my gosh, your toes look amazing. It's like
oh my gosh, I can't wait.
I love you so much.
But I am like out of the boots.
Good.
I'm wearing shoes again. I just can't walk for a long period of time or anything. It still hurts, but it's much better. And before that, I was going on like 5-mile walks every day when the sun was setting, and it was really helping me. And now I'm
really?
Like,
that walking
can't even walk with the mailbox.
Okay. Oh.
But I'll get there.
I know. Okay, it is so good to see you. I'm so glad your toes are healing. What a feat. So you have been a part of
What a feat.
What a feat.
That's how my brain works. I just heard that was
I know. Lauren, as you all know, is like the pun queen. I didn't even read. I had a beautiful bio typed out about you, but I didn't even read it because I was just so excited to see your face.
Oh, I love you.
Okay, so you've been on 2 very successful reality TV shows. I want to ask, would you ever do another one?
Well, a lot of people have asked me if I would do the Bachelorette. That's a no for me, dog, as Randy Jackson would say.
Yeah.
I couldn't do it. I think I would be like,
I don't think I could either.
I don't want to be, I can't pick one boyfriend. I don't want to weed through 40 of them. Oh my word.
I can't find one boyfriend. I mean, maybe I should go on it, actually.
And I'm like the crazy friend. I don't really watch it. I need to watch it, but I would be like your crazy friend that just shows up and people are like, oh gosh, there's
need
that
to
girl
interview them. You would be like the screening process. I'd be like, okay, I kind of like you, but first you need to talk to Lauren.
Yeah, you got to talk to Lauren. She's gonna vet you.
Yeah. Okay,
but I would do like, I feel like I would do. Did I just interrupt you?
No,
sorry.
No.
It's hard.
This is what this is. This is what this is. Your shoes, by the way, are amazing.
I wish I knew where the remote was because the lights change colors, and it's my favorite thing in my whole house. They're like rope lights from Home Depot, and you would think that they were like, I don't know where the remote is.
Oh my gosh, are they Philips Hue
lights? Yes!
Honestly, let me show you. I just bought a bunch of them, and I'm going to put them in this room. Look, like, no word of a lie, my messy house, as I'm like, but I just bought a bunch of them.
They're the best. They really are the best. You can make them in your studio. You can make your studio pink or blue or
So you have them in your closet. That's so smart.
I have them in my closet, but I have them like I'm slow. They're so expensive. I'm like I gotta really pray about this purchase. Oh my gosh, this light bulb better sing to me. But
I know
I can like that. You can connect them to Alexa or Siri and tell like your house to turn the lights on and tell them to make different colors. I'm such a nerd. I like weird things like that.
I love weird things like that.
But what other reality shows are there?
Gosh.
What could I do?
I mean, what can't you do really is the question. I have to say, I came out and visited Lauren while she was shooting Dancing with the Stars, and you never cease to amaze me. You're just so flippin' talented. Honestly, one of the best voices that you will ever hear. And I know a lot of you know this because you are fans of Lauren, but the minute you can hear her sing in person, like your voice is just, I mean, I'm speechless. I'm at a loss for words because it is so special. But coming out to see you dance, like Dancing with the Stars, is a whole other level. The show is so taxing and so hard. Like, I was just amazed watching you. I'm like, oh my gosh, she's a professional dancer. Like,
that's not true, but
yes. And it's one thing seeing it on the TV, but then getting to see it in person. So how hard was it?
It was the hardest thing I've ever done physically, for sure.
Yeah.
It was like 8 hours of dancing a day, and I'm not like a natural dancer. I don't know how they made me look like that on Mondays, because every Tuesday I looked like I'd never danced. I was like,
I wouldn't even know what, I'm like, do I put my hand this way? Like, I wouldn't even know.
They teach you. It's hard. I mean, it was so hard, but I loved it. I was really proud, and thank you for everybody who voted that's watching. I appreciate it. I was so excited when you came out to see me. You are such a good person and such a good friend, and I just love you.
I was just so proud of you. And I mean, watching you and Gleb dance together, how hard is it to dance with somebody? I mean, of course, Gleb has a beautiful wife. And is it hard to get like that close to somebody who's married?
Yeah, well, the funniest thing is Gleb is known for like sexy dances, and the poor guy got stuck with the class clown. So I was like, whatever, we're gonna have to like figure this out, bud, because I'm not, if there's one thing in this world I'm definitely not known for, it is sexy dances. So, I like to make people laugh and sing, so we're gonna have to. It was really hard for me to take it not seriously. I took it very seriously, but to take myself seriously, because I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. But he was very helpful, and actually, his wife helped me a lot. Like, she's a dancer too, and they used to dance together professionally, so she was pretty helpful to me and would, give me some insight. It was fun. It's so funny though. It's not like. I mean, you're connected to the person because you're dancing with them, but it's not like, it's kind of like actors, I think, when they have love roles, they're not actually in love with the person, you're playing a part. But it was,
for sure.
There were some times where I was like, what, you want me to do what? My daddy is going to have a heart attack. That Pretty Woman dance.
Oh my gosh, I love it.
And I had to wear her outfit, like her outfit.
That was sexy. I will say.
You were sexy dancing all over the hood of that car. I was so upset about having to slam my foot on the hood of that car. Now I'm like, I'd give anything to be able to slam my foot on anything.
I know right now. Was there anything you learned from American Idol to help you with Dancing with the Stars? Like, I know they're completely different formats.
Yeah, I wasn't scared of the cameras at all.
Mm-hmm. And I mean, you're never scared. You're just such a natural.
Oh, thank you. But I think a lot of people get really freaked out by the cameras.
Right. And
like my background being a competition reality show like that, I felt like that really did help me.
Yeah.
I was used to cameras and I was used to competing on TV. And it didn't feel as scary to me. I mean, I was nervous every week, but it wasn't as scary as being on American Idol, because I was trying to set up my career. Dancing with the Stars was just like a celebration of my career and being on TV and showing my personality and connecting with people. But it was, I do feel like American Idol helped me to do a better job on Dancing with the Stars. The interviews and all of that, the packages, all of it.
Completely. Okay.
Someone said earlier that Amazing Race, I would go on Amazing Race with you.
Oh,
so you get a partner?
Gosh,
we should do it.
We should do Amazing
We should go on Amazing Race.
We would probably be awesome at it.
Our team name could be Alaina.
Alaina. When we were trying to think, didn't we think of like Elaine? Yeah. We came up with like a few weird ones.
We came up
with so much better.
Alaina.
Okay, I would do Amazing Race with you in a heartbeat. All right, Getting Good. I love it so much. Lauren's current single. It is so incredible.
Maybe that's when life starts getting good.
Gosh, listen to that voice, y'all. Who is the coolest person you've ever gotten to sing with?
I just recently went on Trisha Yearwood's cooking show, and she sang Getting Good with me, and it was unbelievable. But so
Dude, I saw that, and that was so cool.
I have like a top 3, and that definitely jumped up there. At the CMAs, I think, or ACMs, I can't remember, one of the award shows in the last few years, the Backstreet Boys were there. Actually, was it the CMT Awards? It was one of them. I don't know.
I think it was ACMs.
I felt like it was in Nashville, but maybe I'm losing my mind.
I don't know.
Oh,
You're
maybe
right.
I don't know. One
they
of
all
them.
Blur.
And the Backstreet Boys were there, and I was freaking out. And I saw them and started singing their song, and they sang, "Everybody," and they all went, "Yeah."
Oh my
And I was like, "Rock your body," and they went, "Yeah." Oh, it was the best ever. So that's a really good one. And then in my American Idol audition, I got to sing with Steven Tyler, and I grew up a huge Aerosmith fan. It's like my dad's favorite. And then I actually got to perform with them at the Bridgestone, with Aerosmith at the Bridgestone. So those are my top 3.
I love it. I love it. Well, I love you to pieces. Can I come see you soon? I mean, I think we're allowed to.
Are we? We're not in. I think you're allowed now. I don't know. Should we ask someone? We need to ask people who know more than we do. I live in a shell of like music and color coordinating my closet.
And you are doing exceptionally well in that field.
I could work for like, if music doesn't work out, I'm gonna call the Home Edit. You know, that like that company that organizes people's houses for a living, because I love it.
You do an amazing job of it. Look at that shoe collection. So is your closet your favorite room in your house?
Oh yes. Oh yes. Sometimes I just walk in here and look at it.
Lauren's closet has always been one of my favorite rooms in my life. Like, even the closet at your last house was amazing. And so
I built that one. This one I got someone else to build.
Well, hallelujah. You deserve it.
And the lights. I wish you could see them more. I don't know where the remote is. Oh well.
Well, I love you so, so much. Thank you for hanging out with me. Everybody, please go stream and listen and download and buy Getting Good. And I will be coming to see you soon because I miss you so much.
Please come over, please.
Okay.
Let's just quarantine together.
Done.
Alaina.
Yeah.
I love you so much.
I love you.
I know this is just like a FaceTiming.
I know this feels like a FaceTime. I feel like we just officially got caught up.
I love you.
But I'll probably end up calling you later. I love you so much.
Call me. Call me right now. We'll talk.
Okay, perfect.
Love you.
Bye.
Oh, I do love you so much.
I love you. Oh my gosh. Lauren is actually my legit friend. I mean, oftentimes you say, oh yeah, we're friends. But yeah, Lauren is, I'm coming over with pints of ice cream and we're eating them sitting on your couch. Yeah, my goodness. Okay. Our second guest, it is the Lauren party tonight, guys. We have so many, there's so many incredible Laurens in the world, but it's the Lauren party. I'm so excited that both Laurens could do tonight. So our second Lauren, I'm just looking for her. Lauren, Toyota, if you're here, shoot me a maybe either request to talk or you can chat something and I'll see you. But oh, there she is. Let's see if Instagram will let us. Yeah, hi. Long time no see.
I know, it's like we just had dinner and now we're having after dinner cocktails.
We are totally having after dinner cocktails. All right, I will tell everybody who wasn't watching about an hour ago, what we were doing in a minute. But first, I'm going to read an incredible bio about you, just so everybody knows how talented you are. So it might be embarrassing that you get to sit and listen to your own bio, but you can correct any of this if it's wrong. Originally born in Mississauga, Ontario, a fellow Canuck and Canadian with me, Lauren Toyota got her start being a Canadian television personality, including being a VJ on MTV, so cool, as well as even appearing on TV shows like Degrassi. She is currently the host and creator of hotforfoodblog.com and the author of an incredible book, Vegan Comfort Classics. Hot for Food has close to 500,000 YouTube followers and over 36 million channel views. Ridiculous. She currently resides in Los Angeles, has an awesome Instagram show that I was actually on a few minutes ago, but we'll get to that later. Everybody, please welcome Lauren Toyota.
Hello, thanks for having me on your show, Lindsay.
Thank you for having me on yours. So your Instagram show that you will then post on YouTube, right, is called Hot For Food Takeover?
Yeah, so now these lives go immediately to IGTV, right? So
right.
It's on my other account at Hot For Food on IGTV, and then I download it, and then tonight I'll upload it to YouTube, because I've got this whole other audience that doesn't really cross over. So yeah. But we made pasta together.
We made the most incredible pasta. It was we roasted cauliflower and then made this like creamy cauliflower sauce. It tasted like Alfredo pasta.
Yeah, that was fun. I had a good time with you.
So we talked about this a little bit on your show, but just in case anybody wasn't watching earlier, what made you come up with the idea to take over, have an Instagram show where people show you their fridge and their pantry and you look at them and then come up with a recipe on the spot, tell them what to cook, tell them how to cook it? I mean, you're just pulling this out the top of your head. It's so cool.
Yeah. Well, that's sort of how you learn how to cook. So I think I always sort of cooked like that, but when I went vegan 10 years ago, it was how I was just figuring out what I wanted to eat and how spices went together and just how to sort of like put ingredients together. And with enough practice, I don't know, I think I've gotten just so good at cooking intuitively. But I of course develop recipes for a living, so there's a balance of like cooking on the fly, and also I have to actually develop things, test them, make them over again, and then document the whole process. So I do both of those things, but I just really wanted to do something more on the fly, the way I cook. And I've been showing that on my Hot for Food YouTube channel for a while, but I thought I should actually try doing this with other people. And this way it would really show like, this is how you learn how to cook, and you should adopt this type of intuitive cooking in your own life. That way you'll become more confident in the kitchen. You'll want to eat more and cook more and that kind of thing. So it was just funny timing, because I had decided I was going to do a taped version of this series and actually go around to people's houses in LA and do it. And I had cast like 16 Hot for Food fans that were going to be on the show. And then COVID happened, so we couldn't do it. So I was like, well, this is actually weird, perfect timing to put it on this IG live thing. And and it worked. And so now I'm doing it now with like friends, or just like I did one with Lance Bass. Like I sort of have this funny wish list of celebrities, and it's almost like I'm merging my old life where I used to interview musicians and celebrities and merging it with this life now, which I never thought I would actually do.
Yeah. Okay. So a brief moment about your old life. Like you were on Degrassi?
Well, when I was on Much Music, for Canadians, they know there was Much Music in MTV Canada. So I started on Much Music, also worked on MTV Canada, and Degrassi was such a part of our our network. So we would air Degrassi, and I developed a pretty close relationship with Epitome Pictures and the cast. And I hosted this Degrassi after show eventually, but they ended up writing me in and making a cameo in this one episode. So it was like everyone's dream. Yeah, it was everyone's dream to make a cameo like on Degrassi. Like Ben Mulrooney did it. I think Jesse Cruikshank did it. And then I eventually got written in as a cameo, and I was so excited.
As your job. Okay, so what is it like to be a VJ for MTV?
I mean, I grew up watching Much Music, and so it was just my dream since I was in like grade 9 of high school. It really was like a very clear dream of something I wanted to do, but I didn't ever tell anybody really, except my best friend at the time, because I didn't want people telling me that I couldn't do it. which they would tell you you couldn't do it. Like, who are you to think you get to be a Much Music VJ?
Right, right.
But anyway, I eventually, got into television. Didn't go to school for broadcast training or anything, and I got my way in the business and worked my way through, and it was my dream job. Like, I was living this dream in my 20s, and it was very bizarre, but it was so fun. I mean, I met a lot of lifelong friends through that job, and you know, people that worked at the station and stuff, and it's just such a unique experience. Yeah, it feels like a lifetime ago at the same time, but it's definitely what prepared me to do what I'm doing now.
Some fans are being like, OMG, that's why you look so familiar. That's so funny. So you live in LA currently. What inspired you to move to LA?
Okay, well, my inspiration to move to LA was not ever, well, the reason I moved now is not because I have some like big dreams of being famous or something. That's usually why people move to LA, right?
It totally is usually why people move to LA, yeah. And the weather is perfect.
The weather. I mean, that was really the reason. But I will say the idea of moving to LA entered my mind in 2011 when I was working at Much Music and MTV. And it seemed like a logical step. I'm just putting on lip chat because my lips are so dry.
Do it. Girl, there are no rules on this thing.
It seemed like a logical step. Like, most of the VJs did like retire from being a VJ and either go on to act or host, and they all transitioned to working in Los Angeles. So that's where the idea came from in 2011. But truthfully, my ambitions for following that career path weren't really there. Like, I didn't really have the ambition to be like an entertainment reporter or an actor at all. So it was like, why am I going to LA? Like, I don't want to chase this dream of being some host for, like, I don't even know. My options at the time were like the E! Network. There really wasn't that many options. Yeah. And so it wasn't there. The passion wasn't really there to do that. But this idea of living in LA was still sort of attractive to me because of the weather. And I just sort of remembered this the other day. I have these memories of being a kid, and we'd go on these family vacations to Myrtle Beach. We would drive. So we'd drive from Canada to Myrtle Beach. So we'd go through Florida and Georgia. And I just remember this. We did this every year for a few years when I was quite young. I remember the palm trees, and I remember the beach, and I remember the air. And I remember always thinking it was just so amazing. And the other day I was outside going like, I'm here because of that memory. Like, I'm literally in Los Angeles because of that memory when I was like 5, of being like, I just want to live in like a more warm climate, and I love palm trees. I'm like weirdly obsessed with palm trees.
Me
like,
too.
I
maybe
cry
it's
when
like
I
a
look at
Canadian
them.
thing.
Yeah, maybe it is Canadian. It's like we don't grow up around that, so it seems so elusive.
And I love palm trees. I know. Whenever I'm around them, I take like a million pictures of them. I'm like, I'm never even gonna look at these pictures on my phone, but I just like, I'm obsessed with this palm tree.
Like magical or something.
Yeah.
And there is a weird magic quality about Los Angeles, and a dreamy quality. And so, to make a long story short, the reason I'm here is because of that memory. But the reason I'm here is that there's no tangible specific reason. It's not because I want to be famous. It's not because I have some massive career ambitions that I think I can only accomplish in LA. It's for some other reason, like whether it's the nature, the environment, the sort of unspeakable quality of whatever exists in this place. Like, it just drew me here. And so that's why I'm here. And I don't really know why, really.
Okay, so you're in LA, and you said you've been vegan for 10 years. So I want to know, what made you go vegan?
Well, in 2009, I left Vancouver. I didn't grow up in Vancouver, but I worked in television. That's where I got my start. Moved home, had lost my job in television because of the recession in 2008. Yeah. And I had all this time to myself, and I was sort of just realizing I don't feel very good. And there was always this voice in my head telling me I needed to stop eating animal products, because I used to be vegetarian prior to that. So anyways, it was really just tapping into like, how do I feel? And if I don't feel good, what can I do about it? And it really came down to just changing my diet. So I just started transitioning. And I remember I watched this documentary called Food Inc. And
such a good documentary.
Yeah, that's what sort of kickstarted it. And then I read a couple books, and I had some friends going vegan at the same time, sort of. And I just noticed it was kind of becoming a little bit of a trend. And I just happened to kind of like pick up on it. And it felt like I was always supposed to do this, truthfully, because I really felt sick all the time, just eating dairy and cheese and meat and chicken and all of that. Yeah.
I know. Well, y'all need to check out Lauren's page, Hot For Food, on YouTube. She posts videos every week. She makes up her own recipes, as well as her incredible book, Vegan Comfort Classics. Are you working on a new book? Are you always working on recipes? What's coming up?
Yeah, I am always working on recipes because I do put stuff out every Wednesday on Hot for Food's YouTube channel. And then I worked on a second cookbook last year. So all the stuff is done and I handed in the manuscript earlier this year. So we're in the process of putting it together, and the process takes so long, but it doesn't come out.
Books take forever, right? Like, people don't realize you need to hand it in a year in advance.
Yeah, and then there's like the editing, the copy editing, the design, the printing. It all takes so long, which is okay. It's the way it's supposed to go. So it comes out next year, February 2021. So that'll be my second book. I'm really excited.
I'm excited.
It's such a weird thing to do. It takes so much of your energy but it's very rewarding when you see it finished.
Absolutely. Well, Lauren, thank you so much for taking the time. Thank you for feeding me earlier. I mean, teaching me how to make the most incredible creamy cauliflower pasta. I don't even know, you will come up with a better name than that probably. But this has been such a fun day. This was like a double takeover.
Yeah, it was awesome. Yeah, thank you for having me on. And also, it was so trippy watching the other Lauren, and you kept saying Lauren because I don't know any other Laurens. But she's so funny. I like her.
Lauren Alaina is one of my best friends. She's so funny. She is like a light in your life, you know, the minute she walks into a room. So yeah, I will need to introduce you guys.
Yeah, I'm glad I caught her though. Yeah, she's fun. Well, thanks for having me on.
Thank you so much. And I can't wait to eventually come back to LA, and we'll need to hang out.
Yes.
Hopefully that will be sometime soon.
Hopefully. Keep counting the days.
Honestly, we will.
Yeah. Okay, bye.
All right,
Lindsay.
girl. Thank you so much.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye. Guys, the Lauren living well, the living well of the Lauren Takeover. That's a lot of alliteration. So many cool Laurens. They're all so talented. So, the format of the show has been on Instagram Live. And as much as I love Instagram Live and love being live with all of you, sometimes it's just a bit glitchy. Sometimes it's just difficult to handle. So I'm not stopping anything. I'm still going to be doing a show once a week, but I'm going to be recording it and then posting it. So right now, I think we will post it on YouTube. I actually think there's a setting where you can go live on YouTube. So I think what we're going to try for next week, and I will post about this obviously once I really figure it out, but I think I'm going to go live on YouTube. So I'll be in the chat room while we're watching the episode. So we're going to try that, as well as I'll probably post it on IGTV so y'all can see it there. So it's not stopping. Living Well is continuing on, but it's just not going to be on Instagram Live because sometimes it's a little crazy. It has a mind of its own. Anyway, so that's the update. We're not going anywhere. It's just going to be in a different format. It's going to be actually better. I'm going to probably come up with a better sign, or maybe I should just keep this sign. Do you like this terrible sign? Anyways, Living Well is not going anywhere. So, in perfect Living Well fashion, it's time for the Wellisms of the week. Our audio department is kind of on it tonight. All right, first Wellism of the week. A Baptist church in Brooklyn worked with a nonprofit to wipe out the medical debt of 4,500 people in New York State and New Jersey. Next week, people will start receiving notices in the mail that they're completely debt-free. Isn't that amazing? Wellism of the week. Love it. See, guys, there's so much positivity in this quarantine. Sometimes you just have to look for it a little bit. All right, Wellism number 2. Ryan Reynolds, the movie star we all know and love, also fellow Canuck, bought pizza for every graduate from his high school in Vancouver. He delivered an at-home commencement speech, which ended with an offer to buy pizza for the 385 grads from the local pizza place near the school. Don't worry, he gave the owner of the pizza place a heads up. But isn't that awesome? He treated all of the graduates to a pizza. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool, Ryan. I like that a lot. All right, third wELLism of the week. 6-year-old Cooper stopped a FedEx delivery truck in his neighborhood and gave the driver his old skateboard, asking him if he could deliver it to his skateboard idol, Tony Hawk. All it had written on it was, "To Tony Hawk from Cooper." The FedEx driver, of course, didn't have Tony's address and didn't want to crush the boy's dream, so he uploaded a TikTok video tagging Tony in hopes he would see it. It quickly garnered so much attention from fans that Tony saw it and ended up posting a video back to Cooper, telling him in exchange for his old board that he was sending, he was going to send him one of his own. So Tony Hawk signed him a signed skateboard. Isn't that cool? 6-year-old Cooper, probably, I mean, I would freak out if your idol when you were growing up sent you like a signed skateboard. If my idol sent me a signed guitar, I would freak out if I was 6 years old. Okay, last wELLism of the week, guys. Ilcia is a single mom and a hairstylist from Denver, Colorado, who has been struggling to make ends meet because of COVID-19. She recently was able to go back to work, and a man randomly walked in this past Saturday to get a haircut. They were catching up. Upon checking out, he ended up leaving her a $2,500 tip for his $27 haircut and gave $500 to the receptionist and left an additional $2,800 to be split among the shop's employees. Isn't that awesome? What a good man. I love anonymous generosity. Those are your wELLisms of the week, guys. Who was my idol at 6 years old? At 6 years old, my idol was probably Shania Twain. I loved Shania. I wanted to be her growing up. I mean, the Woman in Me album was just, it was a staple. I would take the plastic microphone my mom bought for me and sing songs in the mirror, pretending to be Shania. And then I started playing guitar when I was 8 and got into super like bluegrass music. I listened to a lot of Chet Atkins, Tommy Emmanuel. And then in my teens is when I got into like Stevie Ray Vaughan and Clapton and Hendrix. And so my idols kind of morphed, but yeah, at 6 years old, Shania was everything. It was everything to me. Okay, so I prepared a little something completely different, just because I feel like I don't know, I just felt like playing something different for y'all. I have had many requests for different songs, but somebody requested some Hendrix weeks ago, so I thought I would play you a little bit of this. There must be some kind of way out of here, said the joker to the thief. There's too much confusion, I can't get no relief. Businessmen, they drink my wine, they take my earth. Now I will level on the This is not our fate. So let us not talk falsely now. The air is getting late. All along the watchtower, princes kept the view. All the women came and went, barefoot servants too. And outside in the cold distance, a white captive ground. Two riders were approaching, and the wind began to I've actually never played All Along the Watchtower like that, ever. But I used to cover this song years ago with my band all the time, and I was like, what would that sound like if I just played it differently? So that was a complete off-the-cuff version of All Along the Watchtower. Originally a Bob Dylan song, but of course made famous by Jimi Hendrix to my brain. I do love the Hendrix version. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for joining us for episode 7 of Living Well. A huge, huge thank you to Lauren Alaina and Lauren Toyota, the party of all of the incredible and amazing and sweet Laurens in my life. Guys, we will be back next week, just in a different format. I will definitely update you, but we will probably be live on YouTube, and I'll be in the chat so we can all talk. But I love you guys so much. Thanks for coming as usual. See you next week. Bye.